Hey, welcome to Just Love No BS. This is Top 10 Conspiracy Theories. It's about time I started to build the site, post the videos that I have, talk about the stuff I want to talk about. Just Love No BS, the other side of it. Truth about life, relationships, knowing yourself, knowing who you're with. The stories are there. You can check those out for yourself. This is the beginning, though, of talking about conspiracy theories, because basically, to me, when we all got locked up for COVID, we had nothing better to do in some ways than to surf the internet. And I'm just amazed. I'm amazed by reality, what we call reality. I know I'm going to offend people. I know that people are going to get upset. Or they're just going to call me crazy. That's cool too. This is here for educational and information purposes. I'm showing you things that I see, and you can see, and we can see together, and we each get to think what we think, and yet we all somehow function together in this reality, if you will. So here's the things I wrote on this list and why, basically. In just doing research on what's on the internet, how censored the internet is, I can vouch that it's censored. There's no doubt in my mind. And I'll tell you why, because I've been collecting videos and saving videos. I'm like an electronic hoarder. And I've been saving videos for probably the last 5 to 10 years, that long on the internet, different things. And especially once I got into conspiracy theories, some crazy stuff, and it's being deleted. You can't find it anymore. It doesn't matter how hard you search for it, especially if it was from YouTube, and not just old stuff. My cat's gonna join me, and this is like the third time trying to do this video, so I'm gonna keep going. Anyways, I've got videos that you can't find anymore, so I know that there's censorship, and I know there's people that believe in conspiracy theories. I mean, some come true. It's all theories, right? There's information for us. We get to decide. So here's what I wrote down. UFOs, HARP, meaning they control the weather, possibly. Chemtrails, 9/11, moon landing, NASA, New World Order, secret societies, the Illuminati, and QAnon. And there's a reason, a very serious reason, in my opinion, that I put QAnon at the top of the list. It's interesting because a lot of them are relative to each other. For example, if you believe in chemtrails, and I do, and you believe in HARP, I might have to look into HARP a little bit more. I understand it is to control the weather, and I believe that chemtrails control the weather somewhat too. I've seen videos of snow that doesn't melt, which is really weird. And quite honestly, clouds in the sky just doesn't look the same way it used to growing up. I don't care how crazy I sound. You look up some days and it, as beautiful as it seems, it's pretty interesting too. The clouds are stretched out. They look different. They're not these billowy, pillowy poofs of white fluff floating through the sky. They don't always look like things, because that's what we used to do when we were a kid. We would look up at the sky and say, that cloud looks like that. What do you see? That kind of thing. And as for chemtrails, well, it's published out there that, there's schools and there's science, there's scientific communities getting together to spray particles into the air with the direction of Bill Gates. These are the things I'm going to do the videos on and do the research on, and we can check the stuff out together and we can see what's legitimate and what's not. Or what boggles my mind is what people call legitimate but isn't. So yeah, I definitely believe that they use chemtrails and they can possibly control the weather. And UFOs, well, because I might have passed that real quick, but UFOs, well, it's been in the news lately, so who knows what's out there. 9/11, definitely an inside job. There's common sense. There's so many different videos out there. The truth sneaks out. Like, it's like we're in a version of Men in Black, right? That, you know, like no matter how tidy they try to be, little things sneak out. There's clips on TV about talking about a building that has been bombed and it's still up. I can do research on that too. We'll see how much of this stuff is still around. I've been alive a few years, so we're going back 5-10 years with some of this stuff, and we'll see what's scrubbed and what I still remember and what I got stored. The moon landing, that one's interesting to me. The moon landing in NASA, right? So, it's interesting to me because the moon landing, NASA, and whether the Earth is flat or round, right? There's a lot of scientific evidence that the Earth is flat. Just doesn't make sense to me. End of story. And when I bring up anything to do with common sense and my own senses, okay, people tell me I don't understand. You're right, I don't. You know, I just don't. There's movies, there's this, there's that. I just don't believe what I was taught. And it's like I'm not allowed to question it. That's what really boggles my mind. Why aren't I allowed to question it? And if I don't understand it, how come somebody can't explain it to me enough that I do understand it? Because I'm a pretty smart person. I'm pretty intelligent. I'm able to learn. I'll read it a few times, you know. Show me enough examples. Show me the science. You know, I believe, yeah. Okay, so NASA moon landing kind of ties in to why I brought up flat Earth, why it makes me think, and all this stuff ties into New World Order, secret societies, the Illuminati. Okay, cat number 2 has joined us, and this video is too good. No, cat number 2 is disappearing. All of that stuff. There's a whole bunch of conspiracy theories about, you know, if there's going to be a new world order. There's lots of videos of politicians saying it. Secret societies, is Hollywood run by Satanists and stuff? You know, the Illuminati. You know, do they run the world, or is there a whole bunch of levels of the Illuminati? Is there signs all through our culture and our society? Now, here's why QAnon is at the top of my list, and this is how I want to end the video, because I'm going to aim for my videos to be about 10 minutes long. QAnon, I won't deny that I don't want to say fell for it, but I did. I believed in it for a little while. Part of my awakening, you could say, before I realized that it's all the same team. Politics is a social construct. There's no way you'll convince me otherwise. If voting mattered, they wouldn't let us do it. I don't have the answers to the flip side. I know that is supposed to discredit me, or discredit anybody who doesn't understand how things work. I get that, but to me, that's part of the control and part of the system. And I don't think I don't know if I'll be alive to see the truth. I know life's going to keep going. That's the one thing I do believe through all of this. And what bothers me the most about QAnon is once I realized how silly it was, and there's no plan to trust, and wow, it kept a whole bunch of people at bay, and it continues to do it. But what bothers me is what QAnon represented, what the story is. And that bothers me the most, because for that reason. It's supposedly that, you know, Trump was going to save the world, and the U.S. Army is in on the plan, and they're going to rid the world of sex trafficking, and it just gets really serious from there. Too serious. And these things do exist. And you have to wonder why. And there's so much information, political narratives, social constructs to divide us. And while all that's happening, there's real life going on for people who just want to live life, be happy, live in the present, worry about experiencing life, trying to figure out why we're here, what we're doing to take care of each other. There. that sums it all up as best I can for this video anyways. So there's the top 10 conspiracy theories. These are the videos I'm looking for. This is the stuff I'm going to post and talk about. I hope you enjoy. I hope you subscribe. Thinking good thoughts. Until next video.